Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. I'm Fifth Degree, but you can call me Fit, right? Okay, so I'm hoping everybody's doing okay. I'm really, really, really hoping everybody's doing okay. How y'all handling the parade of the planets? Has it got to you yet? Has it gotten to you yet? The parade of the planets, right? For the most part, what it does is it brings in to you a lot of different things it is that will be going on with you, whether it be personal or generational, whatever, what have you. So you just got to be mindful of that as you're sifting and sorting through things, knowing what's yours to deal with versus what's not yours to deal with. For my overgivers, right? I can relate. I can relate, y'all. I figured this time I'll go ahead and not just show my face. This is the best y'all gonna get for me showing face. So there's that part. But yeah, one of the things that I noticed, right? Be careful what you romanticize. Be careful what you romanticize. Primarily because within the romanticization of things, right? I did notice, right, that there would be a lot of, uh, I want to say it's projection, so to speak. I guess it could classify as projection. Because what would be happening is it would be like, oh, it'd be all these good things that would be said, but in the reality of things, it don't look that good, right? So that's part of it is going to be about the structure of things. So with Capricorn and Saturn playing its part and stuff, that has a lot to do with it. The other part of it will be about what it is that will be going on, not only with Saturn, but with Neptune and whether or not it's retrograde. And I know Jupiter is retrograde right now, so pay attention to your Jupiter signs, right? Be mindful, right? If it is cardinal, meaning Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, mutable, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, or fixed, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, right? It's gonna let you know a whole lot about who you are and how you react to certain things. Pretty much how it goes with a lot of different planets, period. Uh, I got a little bit of inclination on how to do some stuff, but I'm not necessarily quite sure on how it is I really want to. Because I couldn't bring all my cards with me, right, y'all? Oh, ain't that nothing? I wasn't expecting for it to be these. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Right? So, the deck cities that I do have, and then some of this stuff is going to realistically, with the Saturn aspect and projection, it's going to be some stuff that would have taken place down a rabbit hole. So, with before we kick into it for real, and I talk about some of the downloads too, pay attention to superhero stories and what superhero it is that you identify with. It's pretty much what that's giving. That's that part. And then one of the dreams it was, right? Because I've been having a whole bunch of them. But the one that I had today, it showed somebody crushing some pills up and crushing up yeah, they were pills. Crushing some pills up and putting them in a lotion or something. So I don't know what that's about. But I saw that, and then no, because one of the things that keep coming up and is coming to me now about how a person would the different substances that will be used or utilized to relieve pain. I personally I understand codependence and addictions, right? But a lot of times I just realize that people will be self medicating with situations. So there's it. I know if y'all haven't been feeling it, I know I have. I don't feel it. Oh my goodness, everything, every little thing that's been going on. Oh my God. Now, because the essence it was that I had, and it's kind of odd, because I tried going live, y'all, I did. Saturn. I tried going live, and within me going live, what ended up happening was it wouldn't let me just live stream. I don't know what that's about. And in the storage love, right? No, because what it's given is how a person would come in to a particular space and rearrange things that you put in a particular fashion just to see if somebody would have rearranged it. So with families and all this other stuff, yeah, I was giving, what it be talking about with families and stuff like that. Man, yesterday I ate something, right? When I got from, first time this had happened in a real long time that I would have ate something and within me eating it, afterward I got sick and I had a headache. So be mindful of what you put into your body. So to Virgo and Taurus, Saturn. So you got Saturn in Virgo or Saturn in Taurus. It's going to be real good and interesting. A lot of it's going to be health, wellness. It's definitely going to be part of it. The other part of it is going to be about what's your fixed mindset on what keeps you healthy. And if you got Saturn in Virgo or Saturn in Taurus, that's a mutable sign and a fixed sign, right? Mutable sign and a fixed sign. It's giving reactionary fixer essence. Yeah, as a reaction, meaning, yeah, the reactionary fix to stabilize some stuff. Yeah, one of the things that's been coming to me in regards to the reactionary fixer mindset, did you break it? Because if you would have been a person to break it, then it's not likely, you may not feel do what's necessary in order to fix it in the fourth house. Okay, this fourth house been coming up a lot in like all the readings, like overall, period. So pay attention to your fourth house placements, which makes a lot of sense. Fourth house deals with family, it deals with work, it deals with different relationships that you would seek out, like if you have a particular favorite, whoever, whatever, you would refer back to your fourth house in order to get grounded in a relationship and base that relationship off of whoever that family member is. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to only be pertaining to what would go on with work alone, right? But or even relationships alone. It'll be talking about co-workers. It'll be talking about people that you just meet on the street, right? Let me tell y'all real quick. Yeah, I was on my way to the library last week, right, y'all? And a person that knows me, or who knows of me, I'm saying that specifically for a reason. A person who knows of me decided that it would be a good idea for them to call my name over a loudspeaker just so they can get my attention. It was like, why would you do that? And why would you think that I would be happy that you just told everybody in this vicinity my flipping name? So it's the dramatics, right? The dramatics that come into place with earth essence. Basically what this boiling down to. Okay? And that person was a Virgo. And they know we weren't on good terms. That's the mutable madness that comes into place with things. Once you have a fixed mindset and act out of a fixed mindset, it'll stabilize itself, right? You kind of get in the whole innocence portion of things, and when you compare and contrast the meaning of Virgo and the meaning of Taurus, right? Yeah, the I organize versus I have, right? So that's that portion. I'm trying to think what else. No, it was a whole bunch of stuff. And then today, I did want to write. I wrote a lot of poetry. I've been writing a lot. I didn't, but the cycle, right down the rabbit hole, would be writing and immediately sharing whatever it is that you would have put together. So Yeah, that, and a lot of times that don't make sense for you to do. Um, and because if you're a poet, right? I'm a poet. I write poems, right? If you're a poet, you know that one of the things down the rabbit hole they like to do is they like for you to share your work to see if they connected with you energetically. That typically be the problem. Yeah, because even within that connection energetically, the problem that'll come into place with it is you'll get people who profit. Now, because some of this other stuff, I said profit, but it was the word I saw was prophet. And then this change came out in the reverse on top of this Taurus. Okay? Okay, I was going to say, I know I put all these cards the right way up, but let's keep going. All right, so be realistic about, in the spiritual aspect of things, be realistic about the serving of others and your beliefs and what makes you feel secure. And sure, you got to pay attention to on the spiritual aspect. A lot of people protect your heart, protect your spirit. A lot of people always say, oh, guard your heart, right? Or protect your heart. But in this essence, it's realistically about protect your spirit. Let's see what we got going on now with this Kipper deck. And flip out. Wealthy man. Okay, so that's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn essence. Right off the bat, wealthy man, but it could just be a person that's wealthy. It has money, banker. I always hear Coldwell banker whenever this goes on. Coldwell banker. Now, because when you break it down, the coldness and the well-being of banking, of putting something away. Wealthy man, toil and labor, despair. 13, 38, 32. One of the other things it was that I saw that I noticed is coming up in this. I saw candy. Well, it was Halloween though, right? So I saw some candy along the path, and then when I got to a particular space, I saw some house shoes with cherries on them. And I was like, why would a person put house shoes at a storage unit? You wear house shoes, or you have house shoes in a house. Yeah, in short, what it's giving, how a person expects for someone to get super comfortable in a temporary situation, or how one would have gotten really comfortable in something that was intended to be temporary. That's definitely, and that's the despair that will come into place. The wealthy man's work being in despair, and there being this mature man. What is going on with this masculine essence? Because this is given the doing aspect of whatever it is that would have taken place with Saturn essence. What it is that one would have done. And the irony of Saturn coming up right now, and Saturn is a really big planet, so we picking up on it a lot, especially with a lot of Capricorn instances coming out. I'm gonna be surprised if Capricorn came out some more in this. But Capricorn giving this the Saturn essence is giving the masculine portion of it, and the debate that comes into place with Saturn being masculine or feminine. And the Saturn aspect with this feminine portion, it'll be about the feeling that comes into place with fourth house essence, right? So, okay, that change card came out, right? And the incoming portion of it, change will be, yeah, it was about the whole Virgo essence. Alright, so, yeah, the wealthy man, toil and labor and despair. In regards to the mature man being the official person and there being a change. when I'm putting that dream together, what do you, yeah, it's giving what it is that needs to be done in order for a person to, I want to say, exuberate up maturity. Yeah, because if you gotta drug yourself up to be mature, that's not good. If you crushing shit up and putting it in different substances, nah, that's something different. Even if it's medicine, nah, because I know we used to have to do that with let's see, we have to do that with residents, but we wouldn't put it in a lotion. We put it in a pudding and shit stuff. YouTube ain't gonna ever let me be. Don't do that with it. Is there anything else? Okay, I heard that's all. Great fortune. Okay, so the despair in regards to the mature man, this is 2 5s. 4, 11, 5, 5, 4, 9. That's interesting. And the despair that comes into place between the despair with being mature, being older, unexpected income, and dating, within there being a judgment of what the expectation is. I did hear some conversation. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Yeah, because of what I heard, right, was if you can't say nothing about what will be going on if you're not there to fix it. You can't say shit. Or, yeah, if you're not immediately there to fix it. So I don't know what that's about. Let me see, what else did I hear? Yeah, somebody was having some, yeah, they was having some very deep conversations with some individuals. And ultimately what this is giving me is the despair that came from the mature man is there being this unexpected income as a judgment from part-time expectations. So some of this stuff, right, now because it's giving like the whole part-time lovers situations, part-time jobs. How a person wants you to do something part-time. And that's the expectation of it. One of the things I'm going to go ahead and say in regards to this with Saturn, yeah, because it's giving the whole, you got the great fortune, you got to pay me, right? If you don't pay a person for doing something part-time that you know you're financially getting something out of, Saturn will, in the spiritual aspect, Saturn will mess some stuff up for you, right? Now, in regards to this whole spiritual aspect of what makes you feel secure, you don't want nobody to do you with, you don't want nobody to treat you any type of way, so you don't just treat nobody any type of way. Basically, what that boils down to. The mental aspect of be concerned about, and that's what this is in regards to. Be concerned about the details of the cost of support. Ensure you got to pay attention to how much something costs to support an individual. That's what's going on with this whole wealthy man portion. I'm thinking some of the songs that made it into the ethers too. There's some more music that's been made it into the ethers because some of the songs it was that I was hearing, I was like, okay, this sounds like some stuff that, yeah, this that made it, that made it up and out and about and around, right? But so it's that portion. The other part of it, yeah, because a person, the other thing that I was getting from it, yeah, with this whole despair and the cost of support, how a person wouldn't, you ain't got to do a whole lot for a person. You ain't got to do a whole lot for a motherfucker person, for a person. You ain't got to do a lot for a person. Yeah, if they don't have much, you don't feel, it's nothing to add on to it if they don't have it. They have nothing, so you don't have to come bring nothing. that's part of the reason why what I'm getting from this is that's part of the reason with this whole dating situation. And yeah, it's one of those you should be grateful for anything that you get from a person, whether this is dating or even if this is a job, because we all know that when you get in bed, the situations that typically be where it is a thought process that goes down. So it's good. Yeah, there's this wealthy man working and he filled with despair over the maturity of the official person change and how a person is, but it's also given is because the when the official person changed, they got mature. They matured. And then the despair within a person maturing, some of this stuff is gonna be about some I said music CDs maturing. So some of this stuff is gonna be about some CDs in the financial aspect maturing. Yeah, because it'll be talking about interest and stuff like that in regards to the interest. Interest and intrigue. I just heard those the wrong ones. Okay. I'll use this one here. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 It's in the clearing out. Clearing out White Sage Tarot. Right. So all of this fell in regards to part of this is going to be about what constitutes as one of the outliers of pyramid of identity. And it's giving that whole Michael Jackson song. Who is it? Is it a friend of mine? I'm going to need you to get y'all stuff together. And then the other portion of it will be Scream with Michael and Janet Jackson. Right? That's the other one. Yeah, and the brother and sister aspect that came into place and how they had fruitful. I need to point this out. I do for whoever because it's coming. And that was 2222. With me saying I need to point it out. Both Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson had fruitful careers, right? Independently of one another. Then they came together, did one song, and then they continued on with their own careers. And Michael was actually really proud of Janet, if that makes sense to to some of these people. Yeah, because I see a lot of green coming out. So doing some heart chakra healing. And when it's all said and done, it's not about how you organize something. It's about whether you have it or not. So we got Page of Wands, King of Cups reverse, Justice reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands. The protection that comes into place with a person having good news. Having good news or being good news. That's that portion. The other part of it, yeah, and the recognition inside of one's mind being protected. Some of this stuff, I knew this was gonna be about some jealousies and shit that was going on, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. But the good news and the manipulation, some of this stuff is gonna be about. No, because some of this is gonna be about some past on loved ones. But the manipulations that come into place with one being unjust in their jealousy and the recognition of what's inside one's mind as protection. In short, you gotta, what happens, the two signs we have shown, right? One is a continued introvert, hermit. That's Taurus essence. Virgo essence doesn't get that way until it doesn't get its way. Then it goes and finds out, okay, why didn't I get my way? And the intention is different. That's why it's really important to know where y'all placements are, because that's the whole mental aspect. So inside of one's mind, being the recognition of inside one's mind being protected, being safe, and being secure. And what constitutes, a lot of it is given is whether or not the bag is secure. Part of it that comes into place with the whole whether or not a bag is secure, if a person is continuously rummaging through your shit, I'm just saying, you letting everybody come up and rummage through your belongings, your things. So the physical portion of you must wait before you can, do what you must do, and use the most direct way in your home base or family. Down the rabbit hole is going to be about what it is that you would have done in order to feel up, in order to feel secure. Bad investments, bad investments that would have come into place. And some stuff it is that would have happened several years ago. I said this before. Several years ago, it would have been a situation that would have constituted as a bad investment. Yeah, and being a part-time, now in regards to this being a relationship, that means it being a part-time lover, that's not a good thing to do. Your part-time lover and mistresses and all this other shit, right? And the sadness that comes into place when you getting older. Now I'm hearing all the work, all the effing work, all the work, all that effing work. Well, yeah, on the ethereal sense, it would have been the intention of 6 candles for what it is one desire, and and 7 candles for what it is what it is feel like on one's solar plexus. Oh my goodness, my nose is itchy. Ah, Queen of Swords and Virgo, being direct in one's actions. Okay, so this King of Wands essence, yeah, in this Virgo essence, what it will be given is how a person will romanticize and idealize something. And one of the poems, right, that was coming to me is the fact that I enjoy the way a person performs, right? And people believe that just because you enjoy the way a person performs something, that automatically means that you personally identify and relate to it. And it's supposed to put you in the mindset so that certain workings and stuff like this could be done. And then the reality is, yeah, they find out that you just like the form because you saw the vulnerability in a person, or you like something because you saw the vulnerability in a person. Yeah, that's about the whole directness. Directness, directives, director. Okay? So it's some, yeah, even in the law aspect of what it is that would be going on, because we could be talking about, we got some lawyers showing, we got some chiefs showing, we got ex-Navy people, Navy veterans, we got the injustice that would have come, yeah, with a person, yeah, if they would put a lot of time into it, and then one being able to go on another day, the tired, all that, right? And with this whole bad investment, it would have been due to conflict. The main part that wanted to be shown was this damn conflict or the shifting of one's inspiration in regards to their willpower, drive, things of that nature. Now, for the alchemical aspects, it'll be about the income. And yeah, well, let me finish this. How different secrets would have been told. and isolation and a communication being a conflict. Okay, now what will be coming in? Yeah, because in this Saturn aspect, it's like the above and below situation. I used to do those with my readings a lot, but the above portion and the below portion is basically what that's given. Now, in the alchemical aspect, yes, I'm doing the same thing over that I've done before. I typically always do the same thing over that I would have done before. I'm consistent like that. I don't change very much. I don't mind change, which is part of the reason that I be having problems with people who have issues with Tauruses. But we're not going to go there. And anyway, next, what will be coming in regard to the directives and the connectiveness is it will be about the showing and doing of love so that justice can be brought into place and there being an apology due to the investments in within one being a priestess and one being a priestess and looking inside themselves to communicate. And sure, no, because part of it is talking to yourself, and who better to talk to than somebody with good sense who knows you best. If you know you, then can't nobody else tell you nothing about you, basically, and that would be the conflict because you would know you better than someone else would. Okay, so ultimately, what this is giving is there was some secret councils and shit that was going on. And within these secret councils, within the going to work, it'll be about the whole dating aspect and it wouldn't be about the dating, it'll be about courting and what it is to court a person and how courting a person doesn't mean necessarily that you just have to get to know their family. It's really you getting to know their background so you can know a little bit more about them, right? Yeah, I'm gonna just pull a couple cards from the DC. This is some stuff going on in Washington DC, and the irony that comes into place with it is you get a probationary period for every position. It's always a probationary period. That's what that's about. The probationary periods will come into place for different situations. Okay. DC, nah, because it'll be about some stuff that will be going on with DC. What the hell? What the hell? Let's get some wisdoms real quick. Yeah, within this whole, you must wait before you can. Do what you must do. Use the most direct way in your home base of family. Ensure how you have to wait. I won't. Yeah. I waited too long. Yeah, ensure this will be what it is that happens. What happens when you wait too long? The official person is going to be different. You waited when you wait too long. Okay, anything else? Okay. The frog, cleaning house, emotional, and releasing emotional damage. Emotional baggage. Okay, so let me go ahead and say this. Study on, study wrong is one of the things that come into place when you're in a fast-paced setting, part one. And with the way relationships, I don't care if it's for business or whatever, what have you, a lot of people take a Tiberius leap off of the cliff of conclusions. So that's that part. The other part of it, right, that comes into place with this whole situation would be if you waited for 7 years to do something, or you were a bad investment, you just a bad investment. Whether it be, if it's just not something that's good, it's just not something that's good for you. You gotta really know yourself in that regard. The cat, independence, healthy boundaries, and then we're not utilizing their discernment. What happens when you don't use your discernment? with this ringmaster of scrutiny. That's a conflict because one wouldn't use their discernment and they blur vision. It's that, and it would be due to pride in leadership, the pride of being a leader, wealth, not being wealthy, and not being one season, and then one not being disciplined. The lie that comes into place with people saying that they're disciplined. Okay, let me go ahead and put it like this. Just because a person would have been in the military doesn't mean that they're automatically disciplined. Just because discipline is something completely different than what one would believe it is to be imposed. Discipline deals more so with how well can you keep a schedule? How well can you keep a routine? How well can you keep your word? If you don't know how to do either one of those, you're not disciplined. Being in the military, you're not. It don't mean nothing. Because even in the military, you have to be ordered to fix something. Yeah, that's the issue that comes into place with the whole Virgo essence. The reactionary fixer or reactionary fixing in the house. In a house or in one's house. One of the things that I could talk about, right, in regards to that situation, there was a situation that I personally had, right, and it feels relevant. I had asked, right, I had put it out on social media, right, that I needed help with my house, right, I did. And within me asking for assistance with, my house and stuff, getting the plumbing and stuff up to code, in short with the remodel, what it is to remodel, right? Within me doing so, heard a lot of banter. It's gonna be my word to replace that BS word. Heard a lot of banter about how a person would help or a person, they would do this or they would do that. But when I actually went to anchor it and talk to them about it in real life, they had no knowledge of it. Acted like they never said anything. Yeah, but then the expectation, right, was that's down the rabbit hole to help you guys out some. The expectation behind it was that, I'm supposed to just hurry up and fall in and fall in suit and go run up behind them all the time to ask them, for whatever resources it was that they had. Mind you, with resources, you have to actually go out and get them yourself, part one. Part two, it's not guaranteed to assist you, right? Part three is at the discretion of the person giving the initial resource. So if you fall out with one person, yeah, if one person cuts you out and make you feel like you ain't about nothing, and they go around and tell other people about it, yeah, ain't nobody else gonna help you with it. In those regards, yeah, the saving graces that'll come into place, but the jealousy, yeah, that be what be bothering me with y'all with being jealous over some stuff because you didn't even, yeah, y'all don't pay attention very well. That's probably why. That's probably why y'all having the issues y'all having in life right now. Yeah, because y'all keep doing, and yeah, forget it. I'm gonna say stop doing breakup spells too, y'all. Y'all suck at them. You don't even know what real love is. So how the hell you gonna do a breakup spell? Oh, yeah, you don't have the right resources for it. You don't have the anchoring capabilities, obviously. Because if you did, we wouldn't be having these types of discussions via spiritual. So I'm hoping to help y'all out. Because Virgo essences like to do that just so they can get their way. And Taurus, we do it so we can get our way, but it's with different intentions. Usually it's to get away from whoever it is that's calling themselves trying to do that with unnecessary stuff. Before I go, though, let's see what this moon essence got going on. Okay, that's a right out. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. It's because we have Oh, the other part of it is because the moon is full right now, y'all. That's gonna be the other issue that come into place. Since it's a full Beaver moon in Taurus during Scorpio season, and people have a tendency to forget the similarities, the strong similarities between Taurus and Scorpio. Scorpio openly distrusts you. Taurus secretly distrusts people, which means Scorpio, depending on placements and things, is very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. Okay, this is just a gibbous. It's not saying whether it's a waning or waxing. It's giving a waning, but gibbous. Okay. Yeah, and it would have been some moon magic that would have got the. Yeah, this is because you got all this essence around and ain't nobody anchoring nothing. Y'all, that's the imbalance portion with the Libra. I need y'all to stop with that Libra. Yeah, y'all do too much. Yeah, with Libra essence, y'all do. That be the reason why people be feeling some type of way about Libra essence, period. Libra, law, whatever. Oh, in the law aspect, it'll be about 7th Amendment. It'll be dealing in regards to some of the things that will be going on with the military and things of that nature. And in regards to business, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Yeah, in the business aspect, it's gonna be a lot of cash spent, but I ain't seen out nothing in regards to interest. So nothing is just set in stone. You're very close to achieving your goal. Be bold and make the first move. You are good enough, and take time to breathe out. You don't have to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Meditate and contemplate. Each one of these moon cycles, you know what it's given. That during Pisces season, Virgo and Pisces season. So this is relatively new in Aries season because Libra has a tendency to be a little bit musical from time to time. Pisces, Aries, Libra season. And with today being Tuesday, it'll been about the Mars and Cancer situation and the work it is that would have been done in regards to that. And how one would have been closer to achieving their goals then than they are now. Basically what that moon is. You would have did better then than you would now. And it's something that would have been being contemplated since the moon of Pisces. Yeah, because y'all is giving the attempt at dark zodiac, but what's meant by dark zodiac is the skin color zodiac. It's not giving, the actual dark zodiac portion. Yeah, it would have been about the jackal look and all that other stuff. Is there anything else? Alright. One not having movement and healing and healing one not the one not healing one's reciprocation or not healing over the course of 6 years. How a person wouldn't have been doing the healing work it is that they were supposed to be doing. The other portion of it, right, and the alchemization of it, it'll be about the movement on a humanitarian scale. The other portion, the other portion is one not moving or moving in Aquarius. Not having movement in the Aquarius portion for 6 years. Reciprocation. How one will be unhappy with one's strength. How one will be unhappy because someone reciprocates. That's why Saturn came out. Oh, yeah. And not being a part of a third party situation. Not being a part of a third party situation and one not celebrating. Clearing out that one isn't celebrating. One isn't celebrating, one doesn't drink. One isn't a part of a third party. One isn't led on the business aspect, this will be about 10% interest being shown, but the overall essence being 3%. And in the relationship aspect, yeah, do y'all feel? Yeah, because you know, for a long time, love is the movement was one of them, and healing, and what it is to heal, and what it is that will be utilized. Especially if there was some crown chakra work that would be done. Oh goodness, is there anything else? Yeah, because the other portions that I'm seeing is, yeah, on the one hand, one, six, 6 days ago, a person not being an Aquarius, but being a humanitarian and being a star and being a star seed. And then on the other hand, the unhappiness that comes with a person's strength and the reciprocation of willpower, one's unhappiness in October with one's strength. This is even given if a person is, yeah, if you the prayers on a full moon. Yeah, I'm saying prayers, Prayers, but what I'm saying is Preyurs. Yeah, and how you could speak some stuff out. Yeah. One, and then within unhappiness, all in the reciprocation aspect, with one not being a priestess. Oh my. The unhappiness with one not being a priestess. And then the other portion of it, and it not being love. It's not love, but it's finances. And 2 months ago. Okay. So I'm hoping that helps you guys out just a little bit, gave you a tad bit of an inclination as to a few different things it is that will be going on. If you like, share, subscribe, right? It can help me build my audience, right? Right. Okay. So light love to y'all, okay? Because you remember, like work, it ain't like work. It is not like work. It's not like work. And that's why you have to stay light while you work.